3 tips for SEO freelancers who want to land more clients. From an SEO with over 7 years of experience and 3 years experience in freelancing. Tip number 1, the most important one, is to listen to your client. Normally when we're approached to do some work, we normally have an idea of what we're going to do because we've walked the process before. We know what needs to be done. Maybe it's like new content, maybe we need to remove content, add title tags, whatever it is. It's still important to listen to your client just because you've got the solution. I feel like a client never wants to feel like they're just getting this like standard prescription without having been heard. And I think that's fair because you can also make leaping assumptions as well, just because of your previous experience. So even if you end up prescribing what you would have prescribed, you still need to stop and listen. Sometimes I liken that initial call with a client as like therapy. So they're kind of like offloading on you. So you don't really need to say anything. You don't need to go in and kind of boast or share about your skills. You just need to stop and listen and hear about how you can hear their problems and then provide them with solutions that are actually kind of retrofitted to their actual needs. If you do tip number 1 correctly, tip number 2 is going to make a lot more sense and be a lot more easier to execute. Tip number 2 is about added value. So if you stopped and listened to your client who has approached you for SEO, you can then hear what their other concerns are and find out where you can add value. And that might be through something as simple as like soft skills or something that comes really naturally to you. So for example, if you're in a call and the client says that in the past they've worked with SEOs who haven't been very transparent, for example, didn't do enough reporting, you can log that in your mind so that when it comes to like delivering projects or scoping the project with the client, you can make sure to add in little bits of added value that are very easy for you to do that will make them feel comforted and that they're in safe hands. So for example, they were worried about reporting before, you can make sure that you wrap that up into your scope of work and kind of outline what data you're going to provide them with so they feel really good about hiring you. Tip number 3, it is the small things that matter. Obviously we can get the big stuff right, but can you get the small things right? Little details done well add up over time and feel really good. So whatever you're presenting, make sure it's presented well. Keep in good contact with your client, communicate clearly, make sure that your reports look nice and that everything is kind of executed to perfection, or as close as you can get to that. That's just 3 tips. To be honest, they're so easy to implement. Anyone could do this at any level. I'm still trying to implement these and improve on these tips all the time myself, and I've been doing this for 3 years, and I hope I never stop because I think they're really valuable and allow you to level up your service. Good luck.